this video because somebody asked me um, what you can do to, like, how am I doing this? And so how did I, like, this whole weight loss journey, and I want to make this video under 5 minutes. So I'm going to talk quick because I got a lot of things to say. Number one, yesterday somebody asked me how much I weigh, and I accidentally said um, 371. The reason why is because in my head, into my eyes, I'm still just as big as I always was, even though I know that I'm not. When I weighed in yesterday, I weighed in at 271. But this is it's a mental thing. It's a mental journey that you go through. And it's not something that's easily, you don't just get rid of it in your brain. You know, when you recognize that you have an eating disorder, when you recognize that your diet isn't as good, everyone could point it out to you, but you have to see it. And it's something that you have to want to address. And I always tell people, it's never one big change. It's multiple little ones that require consistency over and to be a long time. Now I realize the initial fight of my weight is just in the beginning. I'm just now fighting this fight, and it's going to take years. I spent the first year taking the weight off. The second year, I'm having to reevaluate my plan for year two. And I've noticed that 4 months into the fight in 2020 here, even during the coronavirus, during the pandemic, I'm learning that I've now got to re-gauge and relearn how to fight the fight this year, because this year's results are not as quick as last year's. My weight is not going as fast, and it isn't, it's harder. So I'm having to re-gauge, how do I fight this fight now? What do I do now to make sure that I continue success? And what I'm doing now is paying closer attention to my diet. I allow myself some treats, a soda or some candy, little treats along the way. One of the things I did yesterday, actually, I grabbed 4 Oreo cookies. Now, if you don't know, each Oreo cookie is about 70 calories for one cookie. That's crazy. 70 calories for one cookie. So I grabbed 4, and in like during, when I was eating them, I was like, I can't have 4. That's crazy. It's crazy. That's 280 calories. Because it's 70 per cookie. I can't waste 280 calories on cookies. So I only had 2. Two of them are left in my fridge. And I'll have them whenever I want them. Maybe a week from now. I don't know. I'll eat them at a different time. That was early this morning. That is one of the most important things to learn. You can treat yourself, but don't overindulge. You don't have to have junk food, but you can have some. But don't eat 1,000 calories worth of junk food, because it's empty calories. That's the main thing I learned last year. All the pizzas and the sodas and the cookies and sweet stuff. Yeah, granted, it's real good. Listen, we all have days where we just want to pig out and eat a whole package of cookies. We all have those. But you shouldn't do it, because you have to think of it as money in the bank. Every day I start with $2,500 in my bank account, right? And that's my budget to spend for the day. Now, let me ask you this. Do you want that many calories to spend on pizza and cookies? Sure, maybe you do. But do you think that that's honestly going to be the healthy option and the satiating option? I mean, all of us have had junk food. Does junk food fill you the same way real food does? Like just now for lunch, I had half an avocado, half of a russet potato, and a chicken leg with no skin. Okay, so my lunch was right around 600 calories. That's really good. Okay, my breakfast was 2.5 cups of unfrosted corn flakes with 2 packs of sweet and low. Okay, so with whole milk, and I used just under a cup of milk. So that's about 160 calories. You add the other 300 calories, or it was like 340 or something for the cereal. No, 240. Sorry, 240 plus the 160. So I was right around 240, 340, 400 calories for breakfast. So I had a 400 calorie breakfast. I haven't had my protein shake yet. I usually do those later on at night. And it's like a 600 calorie lunch. That's just kind of what my body likes. During the day, my calories go up. And my dinner sometimes will sit around 800 to 1,000 calories for dinner. And then after that, I'll have a protein shake or two to really, to just kind of keep me going. And it keeps me full. They're good calories. They're from food sources, from real food sources. I'm going to have a greens smoothie later and to make sure to get all my veggies in and stuff. And I have it in a smoothie because if I add a little bit of sugar to the smoothie, that's fine. If I'm going to have a salad or something, I'm going to want to put dressing on it. And I like ranch dressing. Ranch dressing is not the best option, even the low calorie. Here we go. That's easily going to be 200 calories of dressing, or 150 calories of dressing that you really don't need. So I'm going to put it in smoothie, add some 0-calorie sugar to it, and have it as a drink. Save myself those 150, 200 calories, and maybe that'll be an extra protein shake for me or something. Because I really like to load up on protein at night so that while I'm sleeping, my body's getting fed. And obviously I didn't make this video under 5 minutes, but whatever. We're just going to go. You really have to, and document. I use an app called Lose It. Document your calories. Count them. Even if you don't stick to them 100%, just be in a ballpark of where you're at. Because knowing what you're putting in your body and how much is the thing that's going to drive this bus. You will not outwork a bad diet. You're not going to get on a treadmill and outrun a 500 calorie hamburger from McDonald's. Which, by the way, is easy to do. The dollar menu one, that's 550 calories for a dollar menu hamburger, not even cheeseburger. Hamburger from McDonald's. That's 550 just for the dollar one. Who eats one? Nobody. You normally have 3 or 4. Or maybe 2. I don't know. But nobody eats just one. So really, 2 hamburgers. $2 menu small hamburgers. 500 calories. Or 550 each. That's right. That's half to 2/3 of your calories for the day. If you only ate that. That chicken leg I just had, skinless, 181 calories. So really, I could have like 3 of those for the same amount of calories that $1 menu hamburger from McDonald's is going to give me. I'm getting probably 6 times the protein, okay? Way more food, way more vitamins from a whole food source that's not processed. That's what's driving this bus. That's what's making me lose this weight. Is these smarter choices. You can go to the gym and you can do whatever you want. Right now you can't. Neither can I. I'm using bags of kitty litter as free weights because weights are expensive. It's like $1 per pound for a weight, but you you just have to be smarter with the choices you're making for your food supply. That's it. When you go shopping, don't hit the TV dinners and the prepackaged frozen stuff. Hit the outside of the stores. Hit the produce. Hit the meat department. Hit the seafood if you like seafood. I don't like fish. I don't like seafood, but I eat it because I know that it's super, super good for you. And I would rather, I try to get my omegas, my omega 3, 6, and 9 fatty acids. I try to get them from food sources. If I don't get them from enough food sources, I take krill oil and fish oil. And I take glucosamine, which isn't a fatty acid, but it works with them to help. I take those, and but ideally hit the produce, hit the meat department, hit the seafood, hit dairy. Go ahead and honestly, also another thing, quit it with the fat-free things. You people, fat's not the enemy. I eat a very, very high fat diet. I'm losing weight. Lost 159 pounds in 13 months. And I eat a very high fat diet. I eat like maybe like an avocado a day, or like at least half an avocado a day. Just today's meal was half an avocado just for my lunch. I had that. You know what I mean? And instead of deep frying stuff, get some hot sauces, get some lemon pepper, get some pink Himalayan salt, sazon, anything you want to flavor up your food and that's low or no calorie, dude. You don't need to fry nothing. Get an air fryer. Season that bitch up in the air fryer and go to town. You can make some good food, low calorie, very, very healthy options. And if you are smart about it, like ground beef, I buy the cube steaks. Cube steaks are nothing but ground beef that hasn't been run through a grinder. I save money because it's less expensive than ground beef. It's pretty clean. It's like 80-20, but if you cook it in water, you cook a lot of the oils and the fats out anyway. So you really, by the time you're done, if you cook it in water, you get maybe 20 grams of protein and a couple meals out of it. In bakery, you can have breads. Carbs aren't terrible. I mean, you have to watch your carbs because they'll spike your blood sugar, and then your brain thinks, oh, I need food, I need sugar, I need food, and then you'll continue to overeat. And if you're already overweight, like me, I'm still overweight. I'm not morbidly obese anymore, but I am overweight. One of the things you need to realize is there's a hormone called leptin, which is your satiety hormone, which tells your brain, hey, I'm full. Well, when you're overweight, it throws your hormones off. All your hormones, sexual hormones, your leptin, everything. It throws it all off. So the leptin is a delayed response. So in other words, it'll still tell your brain you're full, but it tells it maybe, a few minutes later. And you can do a lot of damage in a few minutes of overeating. How long does it take you to make the same McDonald's hamburger? I mean, you could finish that off in less than a minute if you want, right? So imagine 3 minutes of eating McDonald's hamburgers. You could have 6 of them, and not know you're full until, 2,000 calories later. And by then, you're done. You're not. Your day is over. Okay? You already ate enough to be full, and then you ate an additional 1,500 calories, 2,000 calories, 3,000 calories on top of it before you realized you're full. You're done. Your day is over. Okay? You've done the damage. You've gained almost a pound in one day of bad food just because your leptin levels are low and they're delayed response and you didn't know that you were full. So eat slower. Smaller portions on smaller plates. Better food sources. I had to struggle to get through half a russet potato, 2 eggs, half an avocado, and a chicken leg. Before, a year ago, I would have eaten 2 chicken legs, the whole avocado, 2 or 3 potatoes, and maybe 6 eggs, and then been like, oh yeah, now I'm full. There's a difference. It's a few minutes of overeating. Maybe not one day. If you do it one day, you didn't do that much damage. But if you live a lifestyle of that, you did a lot of damage. A lot. And if it's a daily thing, you're going to put on 10 pounds in a month. That's how you put on 100 pounds in a year. That's how you do it. That way. Those are the changes I made. I decided that instead of letting food control me, I wanted to control the food. I wanted to not be in pain. I wanted to live. I didn't want amputations anymore. One of my teammates asked me what it was going to take, how long I was going to be with the team. And when I'm like, oh, I'll be with the team for a while. He was like, no, I mean, like, how long until you die? What is it going to take to get you to realize your health is bad? I had high blood pressure. I had difficulty breathing. Y'all heard that. The amputation, that part of that was because of my weight. I have neuropathy, guys. I don't know if I ever told you this, but I can't feel my feet. I can't feel them because I have nerve pressure in my back. And that nerve pressure led to diminished feeling in my feet. I mean, I could feel them, but not like you guys can. It's way different. And it's very, very diminished. I was pre-diabetic. Legit, I was 5 or 6 points away from being diabetic. I was right there. Diabetes runs in my family. Heart problems run in my family. What was it going to take? And it took somebody asking me that question. I'm going to let you guys go, but this is the changes. You need to have, as I call it, the what the fuck moment. And I had a what the fuck moment. And I made small changes and stayed consistent with them. Later.